An invisible war decided the future of the world. A battle so intense that, more than a century later, it still determines how electricity reaches your home, how cities glow at night, and how every device you use comes to life. On one side, a visionary who dreamed of giving free energy to all humanity. On the other, a tireless businessman determined to control the most powerful industry of the age. Two geniuses, two visions. A duel that split science, industry, and politics, and changed history forever. This is Versus, where we pit the figures who shaped the world against each other. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 in a small Balkan village. His childhood was marked by luminous visions, flashes of light that appeared whenever he was excited or frightened. At times, he saw images so vivid that he struggled to separate imagination from reality. His mind wasn't normal. It was engineered to create. He could picture motors spinning inside his head as if they were real, three-dimensional models. He could take apart machines in his imagination, rebuild them, and perfect them, without touching a single tool. He had a photographic memory. He was introverted, ritualistic, obsessive. He walked in exact patterns, avoided physical contact, calculated the volume of objects in his mind. And above all, he dreamed of a world lit without limits. At 17, he saw an illustration of a waterfall and said a sentence his classmates never forgot. "The power of falling water will one day generate electricity for the entire world." Years later, that prophecy would lead him straight to Niagara. On the opposite side stood Thomas Alva Edison, born in 1847 in the United States. Edison didn't have Tesla's visual memory or his mystical visions. He had something else, a nearly superhuman capacity for work. He slept 4 hours. He tested thousands of materials for a single invention. He hired teams, ran massive laboratories, and filed patents in chains. Where Tesla's mind was an inner laboratory, Edison's laboratory was external, filled with engineers, technicians, and machines. He was practical, direct, combative. He understood something Tesla refused to accept. In the real world, ideas don't survive on their own. They need money. They need business. They need control. Where Tesla saw beauty, Edison saw opportunity. Where Tesla saw an open future, Edison saw a captive market. And both agreed on one crucial point. Electricity was the nervous system of the future. Whoever controlled that system would control the world. The conflict began even before it was declared. Edison championed direct current, stable, but unable to travel long distances. To power a single street with DC, you needed stations every few hundred meters. Heavy, expensive, limited, but perfect for a monopoly. Tesla imagined alternating current, a current that rose and fell like a heartbeat, capable of traveling miles through transformers. Cheap, efficient, expansive. This wasn't a technical disagreement. It was ideological. Energy freedom versus corporate control. A universal vision versus an industrial vision. Tesla worked briefly for Edison, fixing motors and proposing improvements. According to Tesla, Edison promised a major bonus if he perfected the generators. Tesla delivered, but Edison never paid. Tesla resigned. That personal rupture became the spark that ignited the most famous technological war in history. Tesla scraped by until George Westinghouse discovered his patents. Westinghouse was a visionary businessman who understood what Edison refused to admit. Alternating current was the future. He hired Tesla, bought his patents, and together they prepared to challenge Edison's electrical empire. Edison responded with fury. If he couldn't win the technical battle, he would win the emotional one. He launched an unprecedented fear campaign. If he convinced the public that alternating current was dangerous, Tesla was finished. He invited reporters to watch animals being electrocuted with alternating current. Horses, dogs, cattle. All to associate alternating current with death. The darkest moment came when he electrocuted the elephant Topsy and filmed it, turning it into propaganda designed to terrify. It wasn't science, it was theater. Cruel, strategic theater. Tesla answered in a completely different way. He didn't insult, he didn't attack. He didn't try to destroy Edison's name. Tesla did something far more powerful. He revealed the beauty of science. He stepped on stage surrounded by coils roaring like storms. He let arcs of lightning travel across his body without harming him. He lit lamps simply by holding them. There was something almost magical about him, an electric sorcerer. And his message was clear. Alternating current wasn't a monster. It was the future. Tesla's demonstrations didn't just impress crowds, they turned him into a living myth. The scientist who let lightning pass through him, the man who spoke of wireless energy, the visionary who imagined global communication decades before it existed. Tension between the two camps grew until the first great international stage arrived, the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. The contract to light the exposition was the largest in the world. 2 bids, 2 visions, 1 choice. Tesla and Westinghouse's alternating current was cheaper, more efficient, and more spectacular. They won the contract. When Chicago lit up with AC, the entire world saw the difference. Bright, steady, powerful light. It was the triumph of an idea Edison had tried to destroy. That day, Tesla won the battle for prestige. But the war was far from over. The decisive battle came at Niagara Falls. Turning that natural force into electricity seemed like science fiction. But it was the perfect test to determine which system truly reigned supreme. Engineers, politicians, and investors debated for years which current to use. The scientific world was divided. Edison pressured. Tesla insisted. And finally, the verdict arrived. Tesla's technology would be chosen. Alternating current. When the turbines at Niagara began to spin and electricity traveled miles to Buffalo, the world realized the war of the currents was over. Tesla had won. But winning a technological war doesn't guarantee winning life. Tesla, ever the idealist, gave up part of his patent royalties to prevent Westinghouse from going bankrupt. He walked away from millions. His devotion to science eclipsed any desire for wealth. He kept working relentlessly. Wireless energy, planetary resonance, machines that gathered the Earth's electricity. Ideas so advanced that investors saw him as unpredictable. He died alone, living in a hotel, feeding pigeons, writing theories humanity would take decades to understand. Edison, meanwhile, solidified his empire. His companies merged and evolved into General Electric, one of the giants of the 20th century. He was celebrated by politicians, businessmen, and the press. He died surrounded by honors with an unquestionable industrial legacy. So the great question remains, who truly won? If you look at the world's electrical grid, Tesla won. If you look at who dominated the business, Edison won. If you look at who built the modern industrial model, Edison won. But if you look at who inspired the future, who saw a connected world before anyone else, who spoke of wireless energy when the concept didn't yet exist, Tesla was the prophet. 2 geniuses, 2 irreconcilable visions. One man wanted to light the world, the other wanted to own it. And between them, unknowingly, they built the modern age. This was Versus. See you in the next duel.